Welcome to this Bowspring practice. Come onto all fours on fingertips. Tuck your toes under. First, establish radiant heart. So expand your rib cage in all directions. The shoulders lift up and away. Press down into your fingertips, reaching your arms out like stilts. Deepen your groins so that you create a curve from the lower back all the way up to T12. To engage, pressing into the big toe pads, press your knees apart to lift your glutes and pull your fingertips back, stretch your belly, and extend your chin forward. Now bring your right arm into hand mirror. Narrow the elbow right in front of the shoulder. Bring your peace fingers up and keep the engagement of the back body, and then pull with your right fingertips down to stretch your belly. Keep pressing down and out with your left fingertips. Replace your right fingertips to the floor and bring your left arm into hand mirror. Create peace fingers with your left fingers. Press down and out with your right arm. Engage your glutes, mound them up towards the sacrum. Pull down with your fingertips and stretch your belly forward. Stretch through the front body. Place your left fingertips down and then flatten your palms into bright hands. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and press back into crouching cat. Keep your knees bent and keep looking straight down. Establish radiant heart and expand the rib cage in all directions. Push down through your arms and reach your groins back. Lift your sitting bones to the sky and allow the low back to melt inwards. Then press your knees apart to tone your glutes all the way up towards the sacrum. Lengthen through the front body. Reach your chest forward, your chin slightly forward. Then jump to the front of the mat. Come on to fingertips. Keep your knees bent. Look straight ahead to maintain a curve in your neck. Press with the big toes and the big toe mounds. Engage the arches, calves, hamstrings, and glutes. And press your knees apart and then stretch your belly forward by pulling your fingertips back towards your feet. And inhale, stand up with your knees lightly to the outer, with your hands lightly to the outer knees, recovery pose. The arms are straight so that you can create that fullness of the upper back more easily. Press your knees apart, lift your chest, and come all the way up to standing. With your feet hip distance apart and your knees slightly bent, press into the big toes and mounds. Reach your arms up and hold your left wrist. Deepen your groins, lift up through the glutes. Lift up through the chest and exhale, crescent to the right. Pull on your left arm. Keep engaging through the posterior chain of muscles and stretch through the left side. Inhale, come back up to center. Hold the right wrist, turn the arm in. Exhale, crescent left. Press your knees apart to maintain the mounding of the glutes towards the sacrum. Keep the knees soft so that you can keep that engagement, and then stretch through the right arm. Inhale, back up to center. Take a big step to your right and come to a wide stance. Bring your arms forward, elbows in front of your shoulders, into chin-up bar arms. Bend your knees, press into the big toes and mounds, and crease at the hips and bring your fingertips to the floor. Stay on fingertips and press down and out through your arms. Expand the rib cage. Engage from the soles of the feet all the way up into the glutes. Press your knees apart, widen your thighs. Then pull down with your fingertips pulled back towards your feet to stretch your belly forward. Press into your legs and inhale, come all the way back up. Bring your arms into Rooster top, elbows right in front of the shoulders. Turn your right foot out and bend your right knee for a Virabhadrasana 2 variation, Warrior 2, Sridaiva style. Press your head up into your thumbs so you lengthen through the neck. Deepen your groins, lift your glutes. Press your knees apart. Lengthen all the way up through your spine. And then side bend over to the right and stretch your arms alongside your ears. Keep engaging through the back body muscles and stretch out through fingertips. Bring your right forearm to thigh and left arm alongside the left ear. If you want to take it one step deeper, you can bring your right fingertips outside of your right foot. Keep the back knee bent so that you can keep your left hip back. Keep the groins back and deep. Engage all the way up through the back, body muscles into the glutes, and then stretch through the front. Lengthen through the left fingertips, lengthen through the chest and the chin. Then look down, take your right fingertips back slightly, and start to stretch your right leg more straight. Keep pressing into the big toe pad and the big toe mound, and if you'd like to go deeper, you can curl into a back bend, reaching your left arm back. Now center the weight between your two legs again, come back to the side plane, reach your right arm alongside your right ear, and inhale, rise back up to stand. Bend your elbows, parallel your feet, settle between the legs. Then turn your left foot out, bring your arms back, hands on top of your head, rooster tuck. Bend your knees deeply, knees bent 90 degrees. Big toe pads, big toe mounds grounding. Back of the legs lifting and engaged. Press your head up into your hands, and then side bend over to the left. Reach your arms alongside your ears. Lengthen all the way out through the arms, through the fingertips. Then left forearm to left thigh. Look up underneath the right upper arm. Or you can take your left fingertips outside of your left foot. Keep the right knee bent and the right hip back. Press both knees apart. Stretch all the way out of the pelvis with the torso, the shoulders broad. Reach out to the right arm. Then look down, take your left fingertips back slightly, stretch your left leg more straight. Keep grounding into the inner foot, and then maybe even curl back slightly, shoulders back, head reaches back. Come back to the side, ground through both legs, reach your left arm alongside your left ear, and inhale, come all the way up to standing. Bring your feet back, parallel, hands on top of your head, elbows narrow. Press your head up into your hands, and then take a big step back to the front of your mat. Reach your arms up. This time, come onto the left toe tip and hold your left wrist. Pull the left toes back like you're rooting with your left toes, and that will start to engage the hamstring and all the way up into the glute. And then exhale, side bend over to the right. Now lean forward, take your hands lightly to the outer knees, and press your knees out into your hands, and lift your left leg as high as your left hip. Bring your right fingertips to the floor. Press your left hand into the top of the left knee, and press your knee into the hand to deepen your groins. Now take the hand lightly to the outer knee and push out. Then bend your right arm and let your left arm fall alongside your left ear, looking towards the front of the room. Press into your right leg and inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Now come onto your right toe tip, hold your right wrist, pull the right toes back isometrically, press your knees apart, lift your chest, lift your chin, exhale over to the left. Pull on your right arm, then bring your hands lightly to the outer knees, press out, lift your right leg as high as your right hip, bring your left fingertips to the floor. Right hand to the front of the right knee, push your knee into your hand, press your hand into your knee, and deepen your right groin. Then take your hand to the outer knee, push out, and then bend your left elbow, let your right arm fall alongside your right ear. Let the head release. Keep the legs strong and active. Push into your left leg, and inhale all the way up to standing. Now take your feet, goddess style. Bend your knees deeply. Press into the big toes and pads. Chin up, bar arms. Shoulders lift up and out of the pelvis, and then crease at the hips, and bring your hands lightly to the inner knees. I'll show you from the side. With the hands to the outer knees, to the inner knees, press your knees into your hands to reach your groins back. Then take your hands lightly to the outer knees, press out. Then come all the way up, reach your arms forward. Lift your chin so you have the curve in your neck. Lift your rib cage, hover your heels. Maybe bounce, test out the springiness of your bow. Keep the weight on the big toe sides of your feet. See if there's a buoyancy and a supple support. Replace your heels, then plant your palms, parallel your feet, and you can try a few frog jumps here. Bend your knees and hop up a few times. stand back up, come back to recovery. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Bring your right hand to the inner right knee and the left peace fingers to your left big toe and mound. Press your big toe and mound into the peace fingers. Lift your right knee up into your right hand. Deepen your groins and bring your fingertips to the floor. Keep your sitting bones moving back and wide. Pull your fingertips down and back towards your left foot to stretch through the front and engage through the back. Keep the right knee lifting so that the right groin stays deep. Keep the hips level. And then inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale, switch sides. Cross left ankle over right knee. Bow forward, left hand to the inner knee, right peace fingers to the big toe and pad. Lift your knee into your hand, deepen your groins. Use the peace fingers as something to create some resistance and press your left big toe and pad into the fingers. Bow forward, bring your fingertips to the floor. Keep engaging through the left foot. Keep moving the left knee forward so the left groin stays deep. Engage through the back and pull with your fingertips back towards your right foot and stretch forward through the belly and chest. Inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale, release both feet. Utkatasana, take your hands behind your head. Press into the big toes, pads, and press your head back into your hands. Lift up through the glutes and lift up through the ribs. Broaden through the shoulders. Curl in your upper back. And then come forward. Come back to recovery, hands to the outer knees. Then cross your left knee over your right knee and cross your left arm underneath your right arm. The left toe tip stays on the floor. Pull the left toes back. Press your knees apart. Lift up to the glutes. Broaden through your chest. Lift your chest, lift your chin slightly, stretch your arms forward. Then unravel the left leg and extend your left leg back into propeller pose. Keep the hips square. Keep reaching through the arms and pressing through the big toe and mound of your left foot. Press your knees apart. Slowly extend your left leg back. Place the ball of the foot down. Bend both knees and bring the weight between your legs. Unravel your arms, take your hands behind your head, and press your head back into your hands. Curl in your upper back. Keep lifting the ribs up away from the pelvis so there's no compression in your low back. Then release hands to the floor, bring your left palm flat, turn the hand out slightly, and then step your right foot 2/3 of the way down. Bring your right hand on top of your head for Rooster tap. Press your left arm down and out. Move your groins back. Without turning your head, press your head up into your hand and curl the shoulders back, head back into more of a back bend. Then plant your palm flat and step back, crouching cat. Expand through the ribs, lift the glutes, press your knees apart, stretch through your arms, and then hop to the front. Inhale, lengthen your spine, come onto fingertips. Exhale, come up, recovery. Wrap your right leg over your left, right big toe tip to the floor, right arm underneath the left arm. Pull the right toes back, press your knees apart, lift your glutes, lift your elbows, stretch your whole spine, lift your rib cage away from the pelvis. Then unravel your right leg back, propeller. Turn the right thigh in so the right hip rolls down. Keep reaching through the big toe and keep engaging through the back of the legs. Stretch your spine, reach your right leg back. Place the ball of the foot to the floor. Bring the weight between your legs. Press your knees apart. And then release the arms. Interlace your hands behind your head. Narrow your elbows in towards your face. Then press your head into your hands and curl in your upper back. Keep lifting and toning the glutes, drawing them up towards the sacrum. Lift your ribs away from the sacrum. And then release, bring your right hand flat. Step your left foot 2/3 of the way down, left hand on top of your head. Press down through your right arm. Keep both knees bent. Knees press forward so groins move back. Knees press apart to lift and mound the glutes. Then press your head into your hand and start to curl back. Left hand to the floor and press back, crouching cat. Keep looking straight down so you don't lose the curve in your neck. Keep the fullness of the radiant heart of the chest in all directions. Look forward and hop. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, come up. Hands to the outer knees. So the last one we're going to do is a frog jump at the wall. So stand about a foot away from the wall, and then bend your knees and plant your palms right underneath your shoulders. And then you can either take one toe at the wall and press the other foot at the wall, bringing your feet outer hip distance apart. Press your knees apart. Press down through your arms. Look straight down, engaging all the way up to the glutes. Stretch your spine. Another way to come into it is just to hop up with both feet. So plant your palms and then hop up and start to engage, starting at the big toe pads and big toe mounds, all the way up to the glutes. Press your knees apart, stretch, press down through your arms, reach up to the hips, and hop down. Thank you so much for joining me.